During some months of the year, Sir Topham Hatt will assign some engines to stay on call at Knapford sheds overnight in case of any last-minute deliveries. The engines who are on call typically get back around 1 a.m., and they and their drivers are given extra hours of sleep whenever they have to stay out late. This week, Sir Topham Hatt had assigned Henry, Percy, Dennis, and Molly to be on on-call shifts for the week. As they were in the sheds, they talked about random shit. "Did anybody watch the new episode of Skibbity Toilet?" asked Percy. "We respect your enjoyment of brain rot content," wheezed Henry, "but we don't care to hear about it right now." Just then, a pipe came down from the roof. "What the hell is that?" asked Dennis. Before anyone could say anything else, the pipe shot neon green liquid into all of their eyes, but none of them knew what it would do. Later, Percy had been called to collect the milk train from the dairy. "Good luck, Percy," called Molly optimistically. But as Percy puffed to the dairy, he saw demons in the trees that stared at him with hungry-looking teeth. "Go faster, driver," they whimpered. They can't kill me. They can't kill me." The driver agreed, but still said to him, "You're just seeing things, Percy. I'm here for you." After Percy collected the milk, he set off for Marin. But as he approached Harlem Crossing, he saw something horrifying. "It's a demon!" he shrieked, and sped onto Edward's branch line. He soon approached Lower Sudric, where he missed a red signal and crashed into a signal box. I saw a demon," moaned Percy. "I'm not a wimp. It was standing right in front of my line." When daylight came, Wilbur took the milk away, Harvey helped clear up the mess, and Elizabeth brought Percy more coal. "There were no demons," said Elizabeth. "I saw the line ahead. You must have drunk too much liquor. You need a night off." Next night, it was Molly's turn. The yellow tender engine had to pick up some passengers who had been dropped off by Henry earlier in the night. But as she exited Henry's tunnel, she saw Emily. "Molly," steamed Emily, "you're on the wrong line. What's the matter?" "I'm sorry, Emily," replied Molly. "I must not have seen because the signalman was too—" "Oh no, Spamcan's back!" "No, he's not, Molly," said Emily kindly. "You're just seeing things." But Molly was already racing backwards down the line. "I don't want to be scrapped," she panicked. "Someone alert the signalman!" Molly got back to her sheds and refused to move. Because of this, Emily kindly volunteered to go collect her passengers and take them to Crosby. Dennis, meanwhile, was feeling annoyed by Percy and Emily, so he left to go sleep with Salty at the docks. "It's fucking bullshit," Dennis vented. "I think Percy and Molly just need to go to rehab. They've been seeing demons and bullshit, and maybe they've just had too much alcohol and are wasted beyond repair. Maybe they're just scared of the shark below the viaduct, matey," laughed Salty. "Have I ever told you that legend before?" "No," replied Dennis. "And unlike your other stories, it sounds like something from some shitty stoner comedy. Be original, motherfucker." "How ironic you say I take inspiration from stoner movies," Salty clapped back. "You act like a stoner yourself." "I'm out of here," said Dennis crossly and rolled away. "Finally, someone gets how I feel listening to all his goddamn stories!" Cranky yelled appropriately. But when Dennis left the docks, he collected a trainload of bricks to Harlem to restructure some pillars. But as he approached the viaduct, he saw something in the river. "Do you see that?" he asked his driver. "I think something is down there." "I do see it," says driver, "and I've been sober for 2 weeks." "It must be the shark Salty told me about," gasped Dennis, having a light bulb moment. "Hey, shark!" he yelled. "I have a surprise for you, you fucking asshole! Come get it or I will film you to be on Shark Week to watch by the man-children from Step Brothers!" "Holy shit, call the SWAT team!" SWAT team was nearby and quickly shot the shark, but Dennis was so frightened that he kept going. He sped down the line at high speeds into Harlem Heights, and then... At last, Harold came along. He landed after hearing about what had happened and spoke to Dennis. Got scared of the shark below the viaduct? He asked. It's incredible, said Dennis. I feel like nobody has a grasp on what is real and what is not anymore. Sounds like you need to go to rehab, said Harold. In the meantime, I have to investigate this town for crimes. I'll let Sir Topham Hatt know about this later. When Sir Topham had arrived, he spoke to Dennis. Wasn't your fault, Dennis, he said, but I think it's time we installed some more security systems in the town of Knapford. I bought a new engine last week. She'll be helping you all with the night shifts for the rest of the week. She's a survivalist and can help you through these tough times. The new engine was a Shima. When she arrived at Knapford Sheds, she was welcomed by everyone except Henry. Oh no, he puffed crossly. I will not be replaced by anyone like I was in Bwubba, and he steamed away. Why is Henry so harsh on me? Ashima asked Percy. I don't want to replace him, I just want to help him. Henry's a hard engine to get to know, said Percy. He has a caring side, he's just insecure at times, and he told Ashima about Nia and Rebecca and all the trouble they'd caused weeks ago. Those engines are displaying what I want to stop, Ashima replied. I believe in equality, and Henry will see it. The next evening at Knapford Sheds, Ashima opened up to Henry about what she believes in and how she didn't want to replace him. Henry felt a bit better, but still skeptical of the newcomer. After Henry collected the flying kipper, Ashima was taking some passengers on the main line, but as she approached the suspension bridge, she gasped. Part of the bridge was out, and the lines had been paved over. Then, I must stop him, she thought, and she blew her whistle as loudly as she could. Henry, she shouted, the lines have been paved over and your line on the bridge is collapsed. You can't see it because your vision is impacted. Henry's driver slammed on the brakes and Henry stopped just in time. Thank you, Ashima, he sighed. I'm sorry I was rude to you, but I don't understand how I can't see. I do, smiled Ashima. Someone sprayed neon green liquid into your eyes that impacted your vision. Let my driver spray some water to clean it out. And she was right. Soon Henry could see again. He saw the damage and thought, but who could have sprayed this liquid into our eyes? Just then George the steamroller pulled up. He was towing a tank of neon green liquid. I think we found our culprit, smirked Henry's driver, as well as the reason these lines are out. George, realizing he'd been caught, ran for his life, but the police were now on the lookout for him. As for Henry, he soon made sure Percy, Dennis, and Molly had their eyes cleared. He and Ashima are now friends. They work together often, and Henry has learned not to be so judgmental of newcomers from the CGI series going forward.